Good evening to you all, and welcome to this session of career counseling that is being hosted by Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Kivle, Pune. Now, this career counseling program has been arranged to guide the students and also to help them take decisions about their career. I request all of you to kindly switch off your audios, and also kindly maintain the decorum of not using your video during the presentation. You are going to be addressed by a specialist in career counseling, Mr. Vivek Velankar. Before that, I would like to take you through the entire information about the SSPU, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. Yeah, I want to share the highlights of the university. Symbiosis Skills and Professional University is the first university in Maharashtra to promote the skill learning. The first skill development university with sector-focused programs, specialization in each of the schools of BTech, BBA Management, Architecture, Beauty and Wellness, Digital Media and Marketing, and Data Science. Today, we'll be talking about BTech and the specialization courses and the career guidance towards helping you make a decision among what other courses that align with your thinking, your skill sets, and also your preferences. 70% of teaching in Symbiosis Skills and Professional University is done through experiential learning, which includes learning through skills, practicals, hands-on experiences. We have skill centers and learning factories and laboratories set up with the help and participation of the industry experts. And they participate in not only setting up the labs, but also in the activities, the curriculum, and also a lot of inputs towards the students' internship program and also in the placements. It's a unique pedagogy and skill assessment that we have in Symbiosis Skill and Professional University with continuous assessment, skill and practical exercises, unit tests, assignments, presentations. You have your Viva, you have the unit tests and end of term assessments also. The internships happen every year, and by the time a person graduates from SSPU, you have 10 months of internship to your credit and experience towards the industry environment. The industry experienced in faculty who are with us, added with the academic excellence, contribute towards the learning of the students and also their progress in the career. The courses in interdisciplinary and self-development and life coping communication skills are something that are add-on, which are very important for the students to establish themselves in the open industry and also to challenge themselves to progress better. These are all the courses that SSPU offers. In BTech, we have Mechatronics Engineering, Automobile Engineering, Construction Engineering, Computer Science and IT, which is cybersecurity specialization, and Software Engineering in DevOps. We also have MTech programs in Automotive and Mechatronics Engineering. We have BBA programs, Diploma programs, and BSc programs, as well as Architecture. Friends, I would like you all to kindly pay attention so that, whenever we have any questions that are raised by the participants, you would please, type the question in the chat box so that we can take it up at the end and answer the questions accordingly. This is the campus that SSPU has on the 15 acres of land with, the administration block, academic, library, auditorium, hostel block, skills center. And this is where you will belong once you take admission into SSPU. We are very proud to have this wonderful campus, which is akin to any of the international universities around the globe. Friends, I would like to now introduce Mr. Vivek Velankar, who is actually going to be the counselor of the day with his specialization and expertise in actually addressing young minds to take the right choice. So he plays a very influential role in people making up their minds towards the course that they select, and also what is it that they would like to decide among the options that they have. Mr. Vivek Velankar is a BE and MBA with 15 years of industry experience in India and USA. Having worked in Bajaj Auto, Philip India, Videocon, Finolex Cables, and Ernst & Young in USA. With wide experience in ERP consulting and he has also worked on SAP implementations in India, USA, Canada, and Brazil. Since 2000, he has established his own software firm, ARV Infotech, and is mainly in IT recruiting. He was a member of Board of Studies of Management in Pune University for 2 years. Currently a member of Board of Studies for Yashwantrao Chauhan Open University. He's a visiting and guest faculty at various management universities and institutes all over the world and also in Maharashtra. Founder member of a naturist organization, Nizar Ka Sevak, creating environmental awareness in youth and school children. He has delivered more than 700 lectures on career guidance. I repeat, more than 700 lectures on career guidance and self-employment in cities and rural areas of Maharashtra. He has a big influencing factor on young minds, and now I request Sir to kindly take over and charge you with the ideas that you need to conclude with while actually making a decision to join any of the BTech courses. I wish you all the best. Please be attentive towards what is being shared with you and make the best use by actually putting your queries and questions in the chat box, and we will answer this at the end of the session. Thank you for your patient hearing. This was Rajendra Prasad, Director of Retail Management, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. Now over to Sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends. I'm sure that you are all now waiting for your further admissions because you have all passed your 12th standard, either CBSE or maybe HSC or ICSC. Friends, you must have made up your mind by the time now to enter into engineering. That's why you are in this webinar. Most of the time students ask me that which engineering will have future now? Which course should I do? What engineering branch should I select? Whether such and such branch will have future, whether such and such branch will not have future, so on and so forth. Let me tell you very frankly that engineering is nothing but 70% physics and 30% mathematics. So if you are good in these subjects, then engineering is a career choice for you. There is no doubt about it. Now question is which branch to select. Friends, let me tell you very frankly that all branches have future. It's not that a particular branch has no future, a particular branch has a very high future. It's not like that. All branches have future, core branches have future, and some new branches which have come, they also have future. How to select? One thing, a thumb rule, I would say. If you are good, you all studied physics up to 12th, and in physics there were parts. Say one part of physics was mechanics, another part of physics was electronics, another part of physics was electrical. So how do I choose? So depending on which area of physics you liked most, you were comfortable with that portion most, the that area will tell you as a thumb rule which branch will be better for you. Say for example, if you have liked mechanics very well, then the branch which can be of your choice is mechanical or automobile or civil, something like that. If you have liked electrical as your portion in physics, then electrical branch or power engineering could be a better option for you. If you have liked electronics part of it, then ENTC, electronics, instrumentation can be a better choice of the branch for you. If you have liked mechanics part of it as well as electronics part of it, then mechatronics can be a branch which is a good choice for you. If you have optional subject like computer or IT during your 12th curriculum, and if you have liked it, you have already done a good amount of programming and you are very comfortable with it, then maybe computer science or IT engineering or branches related to computer and IT will suit you more. So how to choose a branch will depend on which portion of physics or computer IT you like more. Most important in engineering is the selection of institute, and that's where things really matter. Friends, most of the engineering aspirant students have one of the two things in mind. One, getting an employment after completion of education of engineering, and second, going for further education either in India or abroad. For both, you need to have an excellent institute to study entire engineering. Those of you who are interested in getting an excellent campus placement, they must understand that they should be coming into an institute which provides them excellent facilities of campus placements. Because however good you have earned the knowledge in engineering, if there is no campus recruitment in the college, then it's very difficult for you to get a good employment. But that is not enough. When companies come for campus recruitment, what do they look for? They look for a couple of things. One, you must have a good communication skill. So you need to have an institute which will develop your communication skills. Second, what they are looking for is whether you have some practical experience or practical exposure, or whether you have done some internships during your holidays, during your maybe May or June holidays. So an institute which provides you a practical experience, practical exposure, internship is best for you when you are trying to get a good campus placement. So what you have to look for? You have to look for institute should have good faculty members. Institute should have good infrastructure, laboratories and workshops, libraries. Institute should have good facilities for internships, and institute should take care of your requirements of what I would say soft skills training. That is good communication skills, because all these things are helpful to you once you get completion of your degree. Those who want to go abroad after completion of engineering degree, for them also institute matters, because first of all, how good quality education you get. Secondly, whether you have done some internships or some seminars or written some papers, that is very important, because when you go abroad for your further graduation, post graduation, then there you have to write your letter of intent. Why are you interested in going there? And in Along with that, you have to give your CV. And if your CV shows that you have already earned some sort of experience, then you are given a preference in admissions abroad. So friends, anyway, if you're thinking of doing something after graduation, either post-graduation or employment, you must see to it that you get your engineering education in one of the best institutes possible. Now coming to various branches. As we all know that mechanical, electrical, electronics and civil, these are the four core branches since ages. Fifth branch, which has getting attached to it, though it's not a core branch, but widely spread branch, is computer or IT engineering. Now, friends, let's understand that there are numerous institutes which provide you these core branches. But now is the era for getting advanced knowledge in these core branches. One must understand that. Practical knowledge, advanced knowledge in these core branches. So core engineering is definitely useful, is definitely required. But if there are some additions to core engineering, that is going to help you more. जैसे आइसक्रीम में हम बोलते हैं ना, vanilla ice cream is the basic ice cream. The toppings on that will improve the flavor. Similarly, core branches are like vanilla ice cream. But toppings you do on that, that means additives, some extra things you learn in those core branches, and that too something which is very recent, which is very advanced, then that is going to help you in both your motives, either for placements further or maybe for going abroad or even in India for further post-graduation. So friends, with this background, now let's see what sort of different specializations we can have, which are toppings to the basic branch of different branches. So let's start with the first. So software engineering. Friends, you must have heard computer science, IT, but there is something called as software engineering. Friends, all the branches are more or less same, whether it is computer, IT or software. What is important is, today what has been seen in software or computer IT is the latest technologies. You must have heard words like AI, artificial intelligence, or automation, or something like that. The common curriculums available for computer science or IT engineering may not take care of these specializations or these type of skills which are now required by IT industry, especially artificial intelligence, data science. These are the things which are required in IT industry in next 10-15 years. So if we learn just computer science or IT, then we may not learn all these things. So we need a specialized course. So something called as software engineering. What we should look for in such courses? One, automation learn in those courses. We must learn something on artificial intelligence in those courses, and basically skill sets on platforms like agile, cloud, which are which are in demand. So all these things mixture we must learn during our education in computer science or computer engineering or software engineering or IT engineering. So we must look for all this when we select a branch and select the institute which offers that. It's not enough, because along with this, again I am repeating, unless otherwise you have practical experience, practical exposure in IT industry. So by the way of internship, you will not be able to really perform well in the industry once you get absorbed in the industry. Or if you are getting absorbed in the industry, this will be treated as differentiator than others to take you on role. So you have to also think that when you are entering into computer or IT or software type of careers, that type of engineering, you must have an internship or actual hands-on experience during your 4 years of graduation. Next sort of thing, because you must have heard now that there is something which is now clicking is cyber security. Friends, we have seen in last couple of months, especially after post-corona, that lot of things are going online, including financial transactions. Financial transactions are mostly what people are looking for is the security to financial transactions. People are not very much interested to do financial transactions on the websites, on the platforms with the companies whose security systems are not well maintained. May it be financial institutions, may it be banks, may it be businesses, may it be industry, may it be government, may it be semi-government, may it be defense systems, may it be police, everywhere. What is important is the cyber security. And friends, this is a new branch which is again related to computer science. Basically, in such a branch also, you will learn basics of computer science, information technology, no doubt about it. But given a special emphasis on cyber security, because that is a buzzword in next gen. We are all knowing that digitization is now becoming the walks of life for everybody of us, with whatever is the age, religion, sex, caste, anything. But everybody is now forced to go for digitization. And then, irrespective of all, what is more important is cybersecurity. So those of you who are interested in doing something in cybersecurity, such specialized courses are available in engineering. But again, if you want to get good employment or you want to go ahead for some further education, one thing remains common with earlier course also is that you must have hands-on practical knowledge when you pass out of the engineering course. So internship, again, I'm time and again telling you that tomorrow is the era of hands-on experience, internships. If you are through with the internships, then definitely your market price will go up. So this is another field which is related to computer science. Now let's come to something called as, we call it as mechanical or electronics. Normally we say, I want to do graduation in mechanical engineering. Some students say, I want to do graduation in electronics engineering. Now, these are the two different streams. But there are students who like physics part of, mechanics part of physics and electronics part of physics also, whatever they have learned up to 12th. So if they go for mechanical side of engineering, then they feel कि electronics में कुछ नहीं सीख पाऊंगा. Those who go for electronic side of it, they feel कि मैं mechanical सीख नहीं पा रहा हूँ. So there is a new branch which has got evolved in last couple of years, and that is called as mechatronics. What is included in mechatronics or synergized in mechatronics is electronics, mechanical, and computer engineering. All three important branches packed together will form something called as mechatronics. Now, this mechatronics is required in lot of places. May it be defense systems, may it be mechanical systems, may it be electronic systems, may it be control systems, may it be manufacturing era or manufacturing type of organizations, maybe consumer products organizations, maybe medical field, everywhere. Mechatronics, because mechanical, electronics, and computer together, mechatronics is a branch which is very important and which is required. So those of you who are thinking of going either in mechanical or electronics, but liking for both, I would say you should choose mechatronics as your branch, because that is a buzzword in next gen. Friends, again, coming back to the basics, that if you are learning mechatronics or you are choosing mechatronics as a branch during your engineering, basic thing remains again, that is you must have practical knowledge and experience, that is internships. So you have to choose an institute which can give you mechatronics as a course in engineering, as well as hands-on and practical experience in the form of internships. So this is a field which is again very important. Now, what mechatronics will include? It will include robotics, it will include artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, then vehicle safety and comfort as compared to the automobile industry, sensors and actuators, industrial automation. You go in any industry now, the buzzword is automation. So industrial automation in, and even aircraft cruise controls are the things which come under mechatronics. So mechatronics really has everything packed together required in future era of engineering. So those who are interested in choosing such a branch, I request them, you should go for this, because this is a branch which is next gen. Coming to another field called as automobile engineering. Friends, you must be knowing about mechanical engineering, but a specialization in mechanical engineering is automobile engineering. There is a rumor that nowadays that automobile engineering will not have any scope because the things are changing too much in this industry. This fossil fuel type of vehicles, that is petrol, diesel, gas, will be extinct in next couple of years. Only e-vehicles, that is electrical vehicles, will be the future. And then it requires very less parts, and then a lot of ancillaries, and automobile companies will lose the charm, vagera, vagera, vagera. If we see the facts, facts are not such. Electrical vehicles are just coming into the market in a very less amount. Still lot of innovations, lot of R&D is going on. And let me tell you, it's going to take years, because there is a problem of battery. Electrical vehicles require battery. So first thing is you must have sufficient charging stations. And secondly, battery manufacturing also has a limitation, because lithium batteries, which are the most popular batteries, which can last long and which can, one charging can go more mileage, the most of the lithium is available in China. And today, entire world is saying we don't want to have any relations with China. Then these type of business will have get a lot of hampering. So fossil fuel vehicles will continue for at least next 2 to 3 decades. Let's understand that. Another important thing, now what era will come is a hybrid vehicles. That means fossil fuel as well as electrical. So such hybrid vehicles will come in the market, and that is where also automobile engineering comes into picture. Now let's see what impact this COVID has on automobile industry. All of us have experienced it. It's not I should tell it to you, that public transport, may it be railways, may it be aeroplanes, may it be public buses, everywhere there is a 75% reduction in public transport. Railways are not running at all. Aeroplanes are running very less, but even passenger buses, if it's a 60 buses capacity, 80 buses capacity, 1/4 capacity only, one has to run those buses. And still people are afraid because of this COVID situation to travel into a public transport. Even the occupancy in the private vehicles, It has been reduced now. 5-seater car, only 3 people can travel. So even there also, the requirement of vehicles have gone up and number of passengers per vehicle has gone down. So with this type of impacts, even shared transport, taxis, people are not interested to use because they're afraid of corona. So what is the impact? There will be more demand in coming future for individual transport as well as four-wheelers and two-wheelers, because less number of people will travel in vehicles now in more numbers. So that is where the impact of COVID will happen. Now, if we come to further, if we see the opportunities in the automobile industry, the increased demand for private vehicles, two-wheelers as well as four-wheelers, increased demand for private cabs. Today with Ola, Uber and all those, 3 people, even sometimes 4 people travel in them. Now, people are interested in having 1 or 2 in one cab or one taxi. So demand for that will increase. As I've explained to you that hybrid vehicles, electronics and the fossil fuel, autonomous vehicles, all this is the next gen vehicles. So that is also is going to go up. Mostly automotive ancillaries, because the auto industry demand goes up, automotive ancillary demand goes up. And you know, there are big companies which are providing automotive ancillaries. Say, for example, Bharat Forge is a big company. It is manufacturing automotive ancillary. So there are such a lot of companies which are involved in automotive ancillaries. And if the demand for automobile sector goes up, demand for them also goes up. So where automobile engineer can get good jobs. Then pressure on automobile industry is there to increase R&D efforts. First of all, the prices of vehicles should go down in order to get more demand. And secondly, people are demanding a lot of advanced features in the vehicles. So there is a pressure on the industry to do a lot of R&D efforts. And to do all this, what is required is a qualified and trained automobile engineers. So friends, this is an industry which will have, this is a branch of engineering, that is automobile engineering, which will have good future in next year also. Now, if we see what's happening. Okay, let's see the automobile market, because we are saying the market is going down. If you compare from year 1516 to year 1920, the number of automobiles produced in India, they are to the tune of 3 crores. Then the number of automobiles sold in Indian market is 2.6 crores. And we are also having a lot of increased exports, which is to the tune of around, if you see there, around 30-40 lakhs vehicles are getting exported every year. So export market is also there. It's booming also. What are the job profiles for automobile engineers? One is obviously design engineers, because lot of things in automobile needs to be designed, right from a mudguard to a steering wheel to the upholstery. Everything needs to be designed, and also a lot of things in engine and electronic parts of it. Then testing and validation, because new things are coming up, testing is required. Then CAE, computer-aided engineering. This is now, and CAD and CAM and CAE are the latest technologies which are required in automobile sector. So all this will be taught in automobile engineering, and this is what will be required in the market. Product development engineer is the requirement, because a lot of new components are getting developed. So product development engineer will have a good scope. Vendor development, because more and more ancillaries will be required, more and more Competitive pricing is required, so more vendors need to be developed, giving less price and better quality. So vendor development becomes more important. Obviously, the production engineers, because no product is produced on computer. It is required to be produced on shop floor. So their production engineers are required to see that the production is well maintained at a speed, and especially it's a line function. So they want to see that it's a continuously the process is going on. And the process planners, because in automobile industry, it's not that only one thing is getting produced. Engine is getting produced, chassis are getting produced, they are getting painted, and then they are finally getting assembled. So there is a process in every field. So process engineers are also required. All these things are part of automobile engineering. Now let's come to a different field. See, we all know about civil engineering. What is taught in civil engineering is overall civil engineering. But in that also, there are specialized branches like construction engineering and management also. Friends, let me tell you, in construction, engineering as well as management both are required, because you have to manage your resources, you have to manage your finances. For that, a lot of management is required. Simultaneously, a lot of technical knowledge is required in engineering field of it. So construction engineering and management is something different than civil engineering. It's an advanced version in civil engineering. Where is it required? It's required in private sector. It's required in public sector. As we all know that government is now going ahead with lot of infra projects. You must have heard our Prime Minister saying that government is now interested in putting in huge amount of money into infra development. So all this infra development is in PPP, public-private partnerships. So it is public sector and private sector coming together into PPP. So there, construction engineering and management is going to be a requirement. R&D. Now, new things are coming up. Port building, airports buildings, then dams, bridges, metros, all things, they require a lot of R&D there. So R&D sector is there, and entrepreneurship. Because construction management and construction engineering, there are numerous entrepreneurs in this field who are doing small to big jobs in this industry. So these are the fields which are involved in it. Now, what are the uh, careers involved in construction engineering and management? I think the font size is less, but I will read it for you. Construction engineering is where the demand will be there. A lot of companies, especially those who are involved in big infra projects, right from uh, big roads, right from metros, and all those, they are requiring construction engineers. Then project managers, because more in management and construction, people require to manage these projects, because now all these infra projects, there is something called as timeline. Everything must be coming in timeline, and people have to struggle to maintain those timelines. So project managers, the basic job is this timeline. Then geotechnical engineers, because you must have seen that a lot of metro projects are going on. These metro projects require underground metros to be built also. So where geological stratas need to be understood, and then geological knowledge needs to be there. So geotechnical engineers will be required. Planning engineers, because all this involves lot of planning. So lot of engineers in the planning department of all these infra projects and construction and management of all this will be required. So friends, we I have talked about some different engineering courses, some different engineering fields, which are basically next generation fields or coming generation fields. So instead of going in for the pure or core engineering, if we go in advanced versions of them, ultimately core engineering is what you are going to learn anyway, but advanced version of it, you will get some better prospects, not only in employment but also in further education. So friends, coming back to where we started, first, how to choose a branch is to be chosen based on your interest in physics portion of 12th. Second, how to choose institute. Institute needs to be chosen on couple of criteria like having excellent infrastructure, like having excellent faculty, like having excellent libraries, like having excellent laboratories, and along with that, the institutes which can provide you a best campus placements, because campus placements are the thing which you are looking for after completion of your engineering. Then institutes which can provide you good trainings, and I would say those who can provide you smaller employments during your graduation, that is internships. Those institutes are important, and institutes which are developing your soft skill abilities, because now, especially when you are going for engineering as well as management, companies are looking for people with excellent soft skills, that is mostly good communication skills. So you have to look for such institutes which provide you all this together, and then your engineering career will prosper. So I wish you all the best for your engineering careers after 12th, and hope that you will get where you are interested in as far as branch is concerned, institute is concerned, and most important, your future is concerned. Thank you. Thank you very much. Then now there will be a small presentation, and then we will go for question answers.
Thank you, Mr. Vivek Velankar. That's the safety aspects we follow. Thank you so much, sir, for having guided our young minds towards making their choice, giving information about the various courses. I would like to go ahead with whatever is the additional information that we need to share on behalf of Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. No matter what course you take, the campus has the facility of hostel, which is open for both girl students and boy students. There are separate hostel blocks. And this offers best meals and mess facilities with veg and non-veg menu, open all 7 days of the week. The rooms available are on twin sharing basis with the complete facility of the furniture as well as attached bathroom and so on. 27/7 security. Hostel directors to maintain discipline and for counseling purposes. Games and recreation areas. 24/7 on-campus doctor, medical facility, and healthcare facility. We have on-campus a retail store to cater to all the needs of the students who are in the hostel. We have ICICI bank facility, ATM facility, and of course, the safety aspects are very highly followed here, and we provide home-like safety for all students. Our policy of anti-ragging is something that we want to speak about to ensure that all the students who come into our campus feel safe and confident about their own being. The special activity we follow for COVID-19 is the action plan, wherein we have sanitizing of the entire premises, fumigation, pest control, just to ensure that we have complete no attitude and minimal risk factor towards any kind of exposure towards COVID-19. As of now, I would say that the challenge is well received, and we are all set to welcome back the students once the campus opens. And of course, we have social distancing norms. We have a must-wear mask rule, and there are so many other rules that we have already framed, which has to be complied with by the students who come onto the campus once the lockdown is lifted. It's very easy for you to actually get into the application process. SSPU has introduced an easy online process of actually registering, applying, and also taking your personal interviews. The registration can be done on the applyonline.ssou.ac.in. You have to fill up the application form by paying 1,000 rupees and reserve a personal interview time slot, which is also in the drop down of the entire application process. Once you pay the 1,000 rupees, you get an application number. And that number has to be quoted in the personal interview time slot sheet and application form, based on which you will have an online or telephonic interview conducted by the faculty who are expert in the various programs. And once you complete that, you will be given an offer letter by the admission department, based on which you can go ahead and confirm your admissions with us. Now, I want to say this, that, for seeking admissions, yes, the cutoff percentage is 50% in your 12th standard exams. And you have to make sure that you perform well in the personal interview, which is of a not an easy standard, but I'm sure it challenges your intelligence. And the best of the best students are what given the admissions in our university. So I'm sure that, while trying for an admission in SSP, you will prepare well, present yourself well, and also make sure that success is yours. I would like to share the phone numbers on which you can call for any additional information or queries that you would like to have sought out by either the expert faculty or by other people in the admission department. Now, this would include, the website address of www.sspu.ac.in, and the phone numbers that you can contact us on are 77966 or 776 I repeat, 77966 or 77966. Now, these are the two numbers where you can call us and for any queries that you have. We will now be moving on to the question and answer sessions. So if you have any queries, we have experts here, including faculty for the various schools, who are present here to answer any of your queries, any of your questions relating to particular course or in general. So thank you very much for being a part of this presentation, being a part of this counseling session. Special thanks to Mr. Vivek Velankar, who's here with us. He's also a part of, answering your questions. So please do not hesitate in actually typing in the chat box any of the questions that you may have. And we are ready here to answer you. Yeah. May I request the faculty also to be a part of this discussion, please? Yeah, there is one question which is from one of the participants. Sir, my name is Aditya. I have scored 85 percentile in G mains and 82% in board. Can I get admission for BTech in Electronics and Telecommunication? I would request Vajanti Madam to please answer this. Our specializations clearly are in mechatronics, automobile, and construction. Now, what you have mentioned here is admission for BTech in Electronics and Telecommunication. Madam, if you can just highlight. We at present do not have this course, which is under consideration for the next year's opening. But yes, if you are keen on any of the offering that we have, which is mechatronics, automobile, or construction, we welcome you. Your scores are excellent, and I think that we'll be glad if you can take an admission to any of the courses that we offer. From Sharmishta, I believe it is Sharmishta Biswas. Sir, kindly suggest a branch in engineering and any other course after engineering that will help to make a career in artificial intelligence. Wow, that's a challenging question. You're putting the decision on my lap. Anyway, we have Madam Vandana, who is going to address you for this particular one.
Hello.
Sit down, sit down.
Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Louder.
I hope I'm audible at this point of time. So artificial intelligence, if you're looking at artificial intelligence, it is a part of computer science and engineering, which is offered, it was offered previously as one of the subjects. Right now, since we are moving towards automation and AI has already emerged as one of the very promising fields in majority of the automated industries, be it like automated cars or be it drones or everywhere. So we have definitely incorporated AI as one of the aspects while designing the codes for software DevOps in BTech, which is a part of School of Computer Science and IT. So you can definitely go through the courses over there. AI will be taught with various perspectives so that you will be able to design automated softwares. See, AI is a subject that can be conveyed or delivered on the context of the subject it is being offered at. So, being a software designing or software DevOps codes, we offer AI as a part of the software development perspective. When it goes to mechatronics, it can be related with something with automated robotics or drones. But we, because we are a part of computer science and engineering, we are definitely offering AI with respect to software automation. I hope
Thank
it
you so much, ma'am.
suffices.
And I am sure that this will help you at least to call us and get further information. There is
Yes.
another query which says, okay, one of the participant who asks, is lateral entry provided? I will say a big yes. Yes, yes, yes. So the person who's asking, I think it's Miss Sujata Mahato. If you are there, I think my answer should have clarified that yes, we do consider lateral entry, provided there are certain prerequisites which you'll have to qualify for. And if that is done, definitely yes, we do have lateral entry. Sir, what is the minimum cutoff percentage for software engineering? This again, I would say
45%.
45% is the minimum percentage. Please, if you could answer.
Yes. So the eligibility criteria for BTech in software DevOps is 45% in 12th standard, with your maths and physics as one of the compulsory subjects. And I guess so maths or any other technical subjects are also accepted.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a state level entrance examination or any entrance examination with respect to getting admission in BTech program is accepted over here. You can definitely go ahead with it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Please note that for any of the admissions, there will definitely be a personal interview. So your documentation and performance of the 12th standard is the first criteria. And the second, of course, is how you perform in the PI. We have another question. Which companies are covering campus recruitment? Well, this is going a little, actually skipping the beat, but definitely I would have my faculty to answer this. I want to know, first and foremost, what is your inclination? Which is the specialization that you would be preferring? And if you're just asking for the companies that are coming into recruitment processes here, we have Dr. Vaijanti ma'am who will be talking about this. Yes.
Hello. Right now, our first batch is in the final year. Yet we have to go for the placement. This year, we are going to face the placement. But every year, our students go for internships. So we have around 350 companies connect with us. So placement will not be a problem for us. So we have the companies like in internships, our students do the internships in companies like Nicrom, then Tata Advanced Systems, then Co Marshall, then Sharpline Automation, then L&T, Siemens. So these are the some companies where students regularly go and do the internships. So we hope we will get the placements through the internship itself, because that is the intention of the internship.
Okay,
So,
I just want to tell you all that internship program is a part of the course compulsorily meant for the students to take. So at the end of the course, the degree course, any student will have 10 to 12 months experience in internship program. And more often than not, what happens is whoever are the internship companies that are coming into placing the students for their work during as apprentice or as interns, usually the experience that we've had is that the companies actually offer them placements. So there are companies, when they come in for interviewing the candidates, they do the interview not just for the internship program, but for a long-term placement program, because usually the internship is carried out in the last semester. Or if it is carried out in the seventh semester, in certain cases, the students come back, complete their final semester, and go back to perform as an employee with the same companies where they have done the internship program. Uh, Your courses have recognition for government competitive exams. Yes, of course. All our courses, all our courses have been recognized. This university is recognized by the Maharashtra state government. We are recognized under UGC and ICTC. And I'm saying that, yes, the recognition is universal for our SSPU as a university in Maharashtra. So it is recognized for the government competitive exams. Especially for mechatronics. I didn't understand that question. Especially for mechatronics. If Vaishali Nair can expand on that question, especially for mechatronics, I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. Then can I get admission for mechatronics by my score 85%? And yeah, this I've already said yes. How much is the cutoff for lateral entry? 50% is the cutoff for lateral entry. And the selection process is, again, one is documentation process and PI. PI is inevitable. You can't avoid that. Personal interview conducted by a panel of our expert faculty members and admission heads. These are something that you cannot overlook, and you will have to appear for that. And you can get onto the website, pay the 1,000 rupees application fee, and immediately take up your PI. Immediately take up your PI, because as you know, the seats are limited, and whatever are the PIs being done and the admissions being given is on a first come first served basis. So please make sure that your application number issued by the system immediately, so that you can go ahead and do your PI, and the other formalities are for your applications and for your admissions. Is the university involved in student exchange program? Now here, student exchange program, by that I mean, I think you mean whether we are tied up with any of the universities abroad, and we do have people coming in from there, and do we have our students going there? Now formally, yes, we have tie-ups with some of the university, but not for a student exchange program, but for a student learning program. So we have some universities in Germany who we have tied up with. We have our own university, which is also in Indore. So we've already done the first batch of visit of the students from Germany there, and they have stayed on and learned. Now, it depends on how many students would be interested in such kind of programs for us to think about evaluating and actually executing such programs with these universities with whom we are actually linked. What does mainly it comprise of, and who all can apply in it? I'm not sure what is the question. No, this is a different person asking what does mainly it comprise of and who all can apply for it. Just please be specific about it, because I'm not sure what is the focus of the question. What is the difference between scope of BSc Computer Science and BTech Computer Science? This, again, faculty expert will be answering this. The difference between on the scope of BSc Computer Science and BTech Computer Science.
See, BSc Computer Science is mainly about applications of computer science in various areas. When we come down to something called as B.Tech, that is technical education or engineering, then we are looking forward towards designing, creating, and coming up with something extra from the knowledge that you have gained. So engineering means creating something. That is what we call as process of creation. So software engineering, this is a part of software engineering because we create the software from scratch. So this is how we differentiate ourselves from general BSc computer science with BTech, that engineering is more into designing and coming up with something new or creating something out of scratch or from the existing whatever knowledge you have, whereas BS is more into application oriented or applying it.
Can I add
Thank
one thing?
you.
There?
Yes, sir, please.
One more thing what I would like to add is that when you are going for post graduation in the, abroad,
Yeah.
B is the degree which is most preferred than BSc, because BSc is 3 years degree and abroad they refer 4 years degree. Secondly, industry also gives more preference to BE students than BSc students. If you are doing BSc computer science normal, then you will have to go for MSc at least. That means you are going to spend 5 years before you are eligible for entry into good company. Here it is 4 years.
Okay.
They are for normally US universities, they look for the amount of credit we have covered up. So because BTech is a 4-year course credit or more, that's why the weightage is given more to a BTech degree.
Again, we have cutoff for IT and computer engineering. I have already addressed that. What is the intake per year for automobile engineering? See, it is 60 per class, but if we have an excellent response, then it be multiples of 60. There'll be sections. So I think that is something that is left to you all to make challenge us to have more sections, right? What is the intake that we've already answered? What is the average package for mechatronics engineer student? How can I say that without knowing the quality of the student who is appearing for the interview? Because, the industry standards is something that is known. So what I'm suggesting is that, you will have to prepare yourself for the standards of, the salaries and packages that you qualify for. I mean, I do not want to now take a number to it because it depends on how the student performs. It depends on what category of students appears and how does he perform and how he is able to actually challenge the person who's interviewing them to give them the kind of package that he deserves. I was answering question. Are there any more questions? Yes, sir, there are. कहाँ गया क्वेश्चन? नहीं मैडम, ऊपर है. What does information technology comprise of and its future scope?
So information technology is all about communication. Majority aspect of IT is communication. How the communication and networking connects with different people. What are its aspects? How we can utilize the various computer science courses. What are its relevancies and how it can be catered to connect varieties of things. That is what IT is all about. That is information technology, information passing through technological aspects. That is what is IT, and it comprises of definitely few core subjects of computer science as well. It has got a lot of thrust in applications of computer science rather than the core electronics part of the computer engineering or hardware courses, which is not given that very weightage when it comes down to IT. And apart from that, it gives a little bit of weightage to areas like soft computing and networking and more or like programming and software designing. So
the next question is also related. What courses are available to one who is interested in computer science?
it is BTech in cybersecurity and BTech in software engineering DevOps.
So I think that is very clear. So make your choice between the two. The next one is, how is SSPU related to Symbiosis International University? We all come under the same umbrella. All symbiosis, I repeat, come under the same umbrella. Please note that this particular university is a skill university. That's the only difference. This is a skill university where the component of teaching, 70% comes out of skills and practicals, and all our faculty members are those who have had hands-on experience, whether it is in industries, organizations, or in the entrepreneurship, their own organizations that they've run. All the faculty members who are a part of SSPU come with a load of experience from the industry background. So there is a balance between teaching what the book says and what the industry demands. That is the skill component. And 70% of our teaching is practical oriented, which does not mean we compromise on the book theory aspects. The book and theory aspects followed by any other university is followed here completely, but that is only 30% of what you study. So you have additional information that is coming through. The next question is, yeah. Does information technology mainly comprise of cyber security?
No.
The answer is no.
No, cybersecurity is a lot more about hardware, how security aspects can be implemented in various parts of computer hardware or computer system altogether, be it network, be it hardware architecture, be it operating system security, be it information security. Everything is securing every aspect of a system comes under your cybersecurity. Whereas information technology is only about passing information through technological aspects, which is altogether, there are certain common aspects definitely, but the meaning and the way of delivering the course becomes different when both the subjects are there.
I have a panel of faculty actually here present. So any of the other faculty members, either whether you're on online mode or whether you're physically present here, I request if you want to add on to any of the queries that the participants have. See, we are spending a lot of time in trying to interact and give you the best of the information following the career counseling, because it is all related. So please, if you have any other questions, you can just keep typing on the chat box. Let me do it now. We have come to the end of the question banks. Anybody else who has any query? I have with us Ruby Jain ma'am, who is online. If you want to have any kind of inputs, Dr. Charudatta Pathak, if you want to have any inputs.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Sir, any inputs from your side before we conclude this session?
Yeah. Yes. It was a really nice session, and as a director of the School of Automobile Engineering, I congratulate all the participants on their success in the HSC examination, and also I am thankful to everyone for giving their time and listening patiently. So if you have any questions or queries related to automobile engineering, certainly I would like to answer it. There were some questions about like placement. So definitely we have very good opportunity for the placement for automobile engineering students, because since last 3 years, we are successfully placing the students for the internship in a very big reputed brand like Mercedes-Benz, Tata Motors, Tata Technologies, Mahindra. So almost all automobile related companies, not only OEMs, but tier 1 suppliers, service industries like Infinity X, Altair. So we were able to place our students for the internship of 2 months during their summer break. And for 1 semester internship also, we are successfully placing the students in a big reputed brand like Infinity X, which is dealing with augmented reality, a very niche technology, Industry 4.0. Then we are in tie-up with Altair, we are in tie-up with Design Tech, we are in tie-up with Tata Technologies. So certainly the future is bright for engineering branch. That is what I can say from my side. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And your
Thanks for
inputs are
giving me
very
the
valuable.
opportunity.
If Dr. Santosh Sonamne is there, I would request you if there is anything that you want to add on. Professor Ruby Jain, Dr. Ruby Jain, if you're there, you can also add on, just so that whoever attending get the maximum information from everybody who are the experts. In the meanwhile, okay, two more questions that have come up. Very interesting ones, though. Santosh, unmute me. Okay, one of the question is that I have done with my admission process. So when I could expect the classes to start? Very good. Shabad, I would like to congratulate you on your admissions done in SSPU. The classes will start from 4th of August, but please be informed, we have an induction program. The university induction program starts on 1st of August, followed by on 3rd of August, you have the induction program by the respective school. The directors will be actually inducting you towards whatever is the curriculum plan, the academics, the subjects, the standards, the values that we follow. And from 4th, you're in action. The 4th of August raises the curtain towards your online classes, and it will be as per the timetable that has already been planned, and you will be engaged fruitfully by providing value education system through the online classes by all our faculty members. There's one more question. How will my performance be measured for internship? Well, internship is a very serious tool in Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, because this is what sets you aside by getting into the various organization and presenting yourself as a fruitful candidate, having got a lot of practical knowledge and performing as per their requirements. It is known that in Symbiosis, the skills and practical learning is so high that when students go in for internship, we do get some responses from the industry saying that our students are much ahead of the other students from the other universities, because what they learn is totally skill and practical oriented. Now, the entire program of internship is done in such a way that there is an internal faculty member who is their mentor for the entire internship program. And there is also an external industry member, which means wherever or the organization is, or whichever the organization is, there is a representative from the organization who is a mentor to the student who is doing his internship there. So there is a compared evaluation process between what the faculty receives as weekly reports, their development progress, the project report, along with whatever is the evaluation of the industry experts. So both together form your evaluation and your marks out of 200, which goes into your internship planning and internship reports and your internship achievement program. So this is something which is the strength of our university. And I'm sure that once you are a part of it, you will experience what I'm saying to be the most positive aspect where our university is concerned. We have with us Dr. Santosh Sonawde. Welcome, sir. And if you have any guidance for the students, please share it, because I think it will be valued.
Yeah. So good evening all. Myself,
I request you to be a little louder, sir. Thank you.
yeah. Myself, Dr. Sonone, Director of Mechatronics Engineering. So I'm happy that many questions have come up regarding mechatronics engineering. As Mr. Velankar has explained it nicely about the future challenges and upcoming technologies, I want to mention here that it will be an hybrid kind of technologies that will going to persist in the market. And mechatronics being a combination of mechanical and electronics engineering will definitely going to play a major role in implementation of IoT based automation, which is nothing but an industry 4.0. Also, along with IoT applications and many other elective subjects, which you will going to undergo, like robotics, the medical applications. So these all subjects will contribute in the era of the requirement. Like nowadays, you might have heard about the requirement of ventilators. So this semester during our internship, 10 students have designed 10 different types of ventilators, which can be made available as a practical solution, which is nothing but a need of the hour. So such type of initiatives we are already undertaking. Also, School of Mechatronics Engineering has a robotic club. So one of the team has already won first prize in College of Military Engineering in designing the hand-grade robots. So such huge opportunities are there as far as mechatronics engineers are concerned. And through internship, it is as you are undergoing internship for more than 10 months throughout your BTech, there is possibility of getting for sure. So placement will always be there as an option for the students, those who are having interaction with industries for a long time, and which is one of the future of our university. So I appreciate your questions and really want to see you all in SSPO premises soon. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Uh, since there are no more questions, we'll be coming to an end of this webinar program. All the students, all the participants who are here at present, if you have any queries, please, you can get in touch with us. I've shared the phone number, I've shared the contacts. Any other questions that you have, this is the last minute where you can put it in, otherwise we'll be closing. I also want to tell you all that we have various activities for all the students on the campus. Other than just the academics, we have an innovative cell, we have a lot of clubs. So all the students who join in for BTech, please remember that your challenge, your talents, your skills, your creativity, your learning, your knowledge, everything is challenged through various, student bodies, the clubs that you have, the innovation cell that you have. There's a lot of participation in inter-college competitions, and I'm proud to say that our students have come out winners in most of these contests. So please remember that if you're thinking about any technical subjects for your BTech programs, we are here to offer you the best learning and train you to the best. Thank you so much. And thank you, sir, all the faculty members and the head of the departments, the directors who participated. And my special thanks to Mr. Vivek Velankar, I think, who did a marvelous job in actually carrying out his responsibility in advising all of you to do the right thing in taking your decision for BTech programs. Thank you. This is Dr. Rajendra Prasad signing off. Good evening and all the best.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.